Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the third chapter of biology of ninth class, and that is diversity in living organism. Until now we have discussed that a wide variety of living organisms are found on the earth, and studying them one by one is not possible. Thus classification becomes the requirement. Classification is the grouping or categorizing of living organisms on the basis of their similarities and differences. Classification makes the studies easy and convenient as it gives the complete information about an organism's origin, structure, function, genetic history, and so on. In the field of classification, different biologists given their view, but the most accepted classification was given by Whitaker 5 kingdom classification, in which he grouped all the living organisms into 5 kingdoms. And these kingdoms are: first kingdom, Monera, in which he grouped all the prokaryotes and unicellular organism. In the second kingdom, that is kingdom Protista, he grouped all the unicellular and eukaryotic organism. In the third kingdom Fungi, he grouped all the eukaryotes and unicellular to multicellular organisms. These organisms have cell wall, but they are heterotrophic. That means they obtain they depend upon others for their food, and their mode of nutrition are parasitic and saprophytic. The fourth kingdom was kingdom Plantae, in which he grouped all the plants, and the fifth kingdom is kingdom Animalia, in which he grouped all the animals. Now in this episode we are going to discuss the basis of further classification of animal in the animal kingdom Animalia. So let's start. We are discussing the chapter diversity in living organism. And now in this part we are going to discuss the basis of classification of animals in kingdom Animalia. So the first basis or criteria is level of organization. Level of organization in which we have to find that that organism's body is made of cell, tissue, organ or organ system. So level of organization, we have to find that organism is body of an organism is based on which level? Body of organism is based on cellular, tissue, organ or organ system. So in level of organization, we have to find that the body of organism is based on which level? Cellular level, tissue level, organ or organ system. The second criteria is symmetry. Now, what is symmetry? Whenever we divide an organism or a body into two equal halves, it is called symmetry. When a body divides into two equal halves, it would be known as symmetry. Now, this symmetry can be of three types. That is, first one is radial, second one is bilateral symmetry, and third one is asymmetry. So, what is radial symmetry? When a body can be divided into two equal halves from any vertical plane, it would be known as radial symmetry. When a body divides into two equal halves from any vertical plane, it would be known as radial symmetry, and this type of symmetry is found in starfish. When we cut a starfish from any point of vertical plane, it gives two equal halves. So this is radial symmetry. When a body divides into two equal halves from any vertical plane is called radial symmetry, while bilateral symmetry, when a body divides into two equal halves from only one plane, it would be known as bilateral symmetry. An example is butterfly. Whenever we cut or divide this butterfly, we get two equal halves from only one plane. Now the third one is asymmetry. When symmetry is absent, that means we cannot divide that organism into two equal halves, then it would be known as asymmetry. So the second criteria for the further classification of animal is based on symmetry, and the third criteria is germinal or embryonic layer. Germinal or embryonic layer. So whenever male and female gamete fuse to form zygote, and this zygote is converted into embryo by further division, and this further division of embryo gives layer of cells, and this layer of cells becomes tissue and organ system in the organism. So this germinal or embryonic layers are the embryonic layer is the layer of cells found inside the embryo. These are layer of cells. These are layer of cells found found inside an embryo, and it is responsible for the production of tissue and organ system. So germinal or embryonic layers are the layers of cells found inside an embryo. Again, this can be of three types. This can be of two types. First one is diploblastic. And the second one is triploblastic. As the name suggests, this diplo means double layer. Two layers are found. However, in triplo, three layers are found. So diploblastic contains two layers, that is ectoderm, that is the outer layer, and endoderm, that is the inner layer. And triploblastic contains three layers, that is ectoderm, mesoderm. Mesoderm is the middle layer, and endoderm, that is the inner layer. So these are the three layers found inside the triploblastic. Now the fourth criteria is coelom. Now what is this coelom? Coelom is the cavity or empty space in which the organs are placed. Cavity or empty space in which different organs are placed. This can be of three types. First is coelomate. Second one is acoelomate. And third one is pseudocoelomate. Now what is coelomate? If the cavity is found inside an organism, it is called coelomate. If the cavity is absent inside an organism, it would be known as acoelomate, and if a fake or false cavity is found, it would be known as pseudocoelomate. So coelomate means cavity is present. In acoelomate, cavity is absent, and in pseudocoelomate, false cavity is found. As the name suggests, pseudo means false. So this is coelom, cavity or empty space in which different organs are placed. The next criteria, that is the fifth criteria, is notochord. Now what is this notochord? Notochord is a rod-like structure found at the back of the animal. that separates nervous tissue and guts. A rod-like structure found at the back of the back of body, at the back of body, and that separates nervous tissue and guts. So this is notochord. Now let's have a quick recap that what we have learned. We saw that level of organization. First criteria for the further classification of animals in kingdom Animalia is level of organization, in which body of organism is based on cell, tissue, organ or organ system. The second criteria is symmetry. When a body divides into two equal halves, it is called symmetry, and this can be of three types: radial, when a body divides into two equal halves from any vertical plane. However, in bilateral symmetry, when a body divides into two equal halves from only one plane. And the third one is asymmetry, when symmetry is absent. The third criteria is germinal or embryonic level. These are layer of cells found inside an embryo, and it can be of two types: diploblastic, two layers are found, ectoderm and endoderm, and in triploblastic, three layers are found, ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. The fourth criteria is presence of coelom, cavity or coelom is cavity or empty space in which different organs are placed, and this coelom can be of three types: coelomate, in which cavity is present, acoelomate, in which cavity is absent, and pseudocoelomate, in which false cavity is found. The fifth criteria is notochord. And what is notochord? A rod-like structure found at the back of the body that separates nervous tissue and guts. So this is all about the basis or criteria for the further classification of animals in the kingdom Animalia. In the next episode, we will discuss the various phylum or groups of animals. I hope you like the video. Thank you.